Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. One thing I need to mention, or I feel the need to mention anyway, I started recording this very episode once before, and for some weird reason it did not record, or I don't know, I had to pause in the middle of recording, and suddenly, upon trying to resume, the entire video was just gone without a trace, not even one of those broken 0 kilobyte files, so I have no idea what happened there. And since I was recording these episodes back to back, I don't know entirely what I did or didn't do in the previous episode as opposed to this one, so I hope I won't repeat too many things or forget to mention anything important. Anyway, level ups. Right. Just by reading Codex entries, or collecting Codex entries, I guess. We leveled up once more. I think I put another point into sniper rifles. That seems useful to me. I decided to max out charm just so I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I went with something? Yeah, I guess I unlocked shield boost. Right. Let's see. Restores 30% of shield every 45 seconds. Okay. Reducing my accuracy by 30% for 2 seconds? That's how I read it? How I read that? Huh. Okay. As for her... Let's see, do I want her? Yeah, I guess I unlock her Adrenaline Burst. I don't know if I mentioned that or if I talked about that earlier, but I think my reasoning was that unlocking more abilities early on seems useful. Right, and for him I actually unlocked Medicine. And the Neural Shock. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I talked about. So, you know, all these passive bonuses, I mean, I will get them over time, but unlocking extra skills is going to give me more options, and that's a good thing to have as early as possible.
The Elcor, the Geth, the Hanar are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language.
Okay. Those certainly are pretty unique.
When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers, a docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs, biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
Interesting. I mean, you'd think that just through observation, it should be possible to discern where the new ones are coming from.
Biotics is the ability...
Mass relays.
Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
That seems actually pretty smart. I mean, technically you could, I suppose you could activate one, send some daredevil explorer out into who knows where, and then deactivate the portal again, or the relay. But who would be crazy enough to actually go for such a mission? Now what? Citadel conventions? I think, yeah, I wait a second. Krogan rebellions. Where did we get that? I'm pretty sure I didn't read that. These diplomatic talks occurred. These diplomatic talks? Okay. Citadel conventions? Oh, okay, those are the talks. These diplomatic talks occurred in the wake of the Krogan rebellions, as a response to the destruction of the conflict and an attempt to distance the Council from the brutal Krogan warfare. The conventions regulate the use of weapons of mass destruction. A WMD causes environmental alteration to a world. Yeah, I guess. Do necessarily all weapons of mass destruction do that? I suppose. A bomb that produces a large crater is not considered a WMD. A bomb that causes a nuclear winter is. Okay, I see. Use of WMD is forbidden on garden worlds like Earth, with ecospheres that can readily support a population. If a habitable world is destroyed, it will not be replaced for millions of years. The conventions do not forbid the use of WMD on hostile worlds or in sealed space station environments. Many militaries continue to develop and maintain stockpiles. The conventions graded weapons of mass destruction into tiers of concern. Tier 1 is the greatest threat to galactic peace. Tier 1, large kinetic impactors such as asteroid drops or deorbiting space stations. Effectively free and available in any system in the form of debris left over from planetary accretion, kinetic impactors are the weapons of choice for terrorists and third galaxy nations. Tier 2, uncontrolled self-replicating weapons such as nanotechnology, viral or bacteriological organisms, von-Neumann devices, and destructive computer viruses. These weapons can lie dormant for millennia, waiting for a careless visitor to carry them onto another world. Tier 3, large energy burst weapons such as nuclear or antimatter warheads. Tier 4, alien species deliberately introduced to crowd out native forms necessary for the health of an ecosystem. Ecological tampering can take years to bear fruit, making it difficult to prove. That is true. Citadel Station wards. Right. The majority of the Citadel's population lives in the wards, the 5 massive arms of the station that house the residential and commercial districts. Many galactic races have established cultural enclaves here. Population density and cost of living are extremely high, akin to Earth cities such as Hong Kong and Singapore. The wards are open-topped, with skyscrapers rising from the superstructure. Towers are sealed against vacuum, as the breathable atmosphere envelope is only maintained to a height of about 7 meters. The atmosphere is contained by the centrifugal force of rotation and a membrane of dense, colorless sulfur hexafluoride gas, held in place by carefully managed mass effect fields. The view from the wards is spectacular. In the background, stars, Serpent Nebula, and the nearby blue giant called the Widow move across the sky as the station rotates to stabilize itself. In the foreground, the lights of buildings and vehicles on the opposing ward arms perpetually shine. The Citadel has no real day or night. While the station keeps the standard galactic time for political functions, businesses rarely close, and residents acclimate to sleep and work according to personal need rather than a day-night cycle. Additions and modifications are constantly being constructed, though they must stay within certain specifications that will not compromise the operation of the station. Occasionally, the Keepers will descend on an area of the wards and move or change the architecture without explanation. Residents have learned to live with these inexplicable intrusions. Huh. Well. Oh, technology. Credits. Or creds. The standard credit was established by the Citadel's Unified Banking Act as the currency of interstellar trade. The credit has a managed floating exchange rate, calculated in real time by the central bank to maintain the average value of all participating currencies. Some regional currencies are worth more than a credit, and some less. Hard currency can be stolen or counterfeited, so electronic fund transfers are the norm. More importantly, physical transactions cannot be easily tracked, making them ideal for tax evasion or the purchase of illegal goods. When the Alliance joined the Citadel, its various national treasuries were linked into the credit network. A human with a bank account of Mexican pesos, Japanese yen, or Indian rupees can purchase any item priced in credits at fair market value. All economies that participate in the credit network are required to price items in both local currency and credits. Alright, and that has us finally caught up with all the recent information. Let's get some more.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele.
Right.
The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
Okay, so I think I had been previously wondering why the Krogans, or why I haven't seen any Krogans on the station. And apparently there has been this rebellion.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
A vicious cycle.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni. Then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's going to stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters.
I know
the
who's
Turians
going
are
to stop
members of the
one
Citadel
specific
Council.
Turian.
They are not a threat to galactic peace.
Right. Probably not as a whole. Okay, so about that
Why
statue.
did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
I mean...
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat.
Yeah, I guess.
The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
That does not serve them right, I don't think.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Well, yeah, that does sound a little extreme.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
Of course. I mean, then again, who is really to say? I mean, I guess they made kind of sure, but it seems like completely eradicating a spacefaring, probably very quickly reproducing insect species. That seems like a hard thing to do, and they might have overlooked some here or there. I don't know if that's a good thing for the rest of the galaxy, but you know. Okay, well, I guess we learned about
That's all for now.
the Krogan.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. There was not actually... Yeah, there isn't a whole lot left to this map. There is the consort chamber, or there are the consort chambers. And then there's this bridge. I don't think there was anything on it. Let's go check out the consort.
That's nothing. I've had my office rearranged 5 times now.
5 times? Why?
Welcome, I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today.
No, I
Would
guess
you
not.
like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
How long is that going to take? Well, let's ask about the consort.
What is
I
the
guess.
consort? What does she do?
Right.
It's difficult to explain.
Is it?
She's many things to many people, and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
Okay. Is she mystical? I mean, it sounds like it almost.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
Yeah. Oracle slash whore.
Not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
Huh. I mean, I would, but I have the suspicion that that's not going to be so easy.
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. Right. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Commander Shepard, with the Alliance Navy.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name, and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What do you do here, Nelina?
Right.
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
Huh.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body.
You don't say.
And relieve it.
Huh. Sounds interesting. So, do I automatically accept when I say that?
I'd like to try out your services.
I guess so.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in...
Wait, I thought that was only the wait time
3
for
or
the
4 months.
for the consort herself. Well, I guess I'm already on the list.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nelina,
Yes,
Oh?
Shaira?
send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Yes, of course, mistress.
Or, I guess, you get a special appointment, huh?
Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Right. That is a little bit suspicious.
What does she want to see me for?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her yourself. Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
Well, okay. Who am I to decline that offer?
This is my first time. I can't...
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you.
No Codex? Hi,
You're with
who are
the
you?
Alliance?
Oh.
My brother's a private back
A
on Earth.
human attendant? Okay. So not exclusively Asari? Atari? Something like that. Shaira.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our Citadel.
Have you now? I mean, I haven't really done much since I arrived here, but... You're checking up on me? I guess I'm hesitant to pick this lower option, because I think it's usually kind of aggressive one, and I don't really want to choose that most of the time. Yeah, I mean, who exactly are you?
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
My expertise?
Tell me about this problem you're having.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
Me? No comment on her suddenly touching me? Okay.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
Well, fair enough. I'm still a little bit skeptical about this.
I don't make any promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Commander. That is all I can ask. Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
Okay. Awkward.
Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
Right. Considering she... At first she didn't want me to come any closer, the end of that little conversation was a little bit surprising, I must say. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's another assignment. So our consort has asked you to speak to General Septimus in Korra's den, in the lower wards, right? So I can't go there yet.
Please, Commander. I ask that you return to me only after you have spoken with Septimus.
I understand that. Okay. Good. So that gave us another side quest. Always good.
I have to admit, I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable.
Its controls while running are something else, I must say. Alright, and this is the bridge already. I don't think there's anything else I missed here. Oh, this should be... yeah, this is right where the statue was. Okay. So with that I completed the loop. With that I completed the loop as I got a helpful antivirus pop-up. Can I please just... okay. I hope that didn't somehow mess up the recording. Anyway, as I was saying, that we completed the loop. We alright, yeah, you can read this, and there is actually some interesting extra information in these signs. Quite helpful. I've not actually read most of them. Right. I'm just going to go head for the tower now and see what's going to happen there. A little bit of a walk. I guess I could have taken the transit. But of course, by the time I remembered that even existed, I had made it most of the way to the tower. I guess my companions... oh, yep. They're just gonna teleport right next to me.
The council isn't going to ask
ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
So quiet.
No, we don't, sir.
I mean, there's no reason to be afraid, right? We didn't do anything wrong. And as the reasonable people that the Council are, they are going to see that. So... okay. Finally made it all the way up here. I hope I won't have to return here too many more times. Oh. Hi, Palin. Didn't expect to see you here. Now, Garrus...
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the Council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Okay, cool. Yeah, as I was going to say, Garrus is a name that I've heard before, so I suspect that he might be, if not an active squad member, then I suspect that he's going to become part of our crew somehow. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to completely avoid each and every little bit of information in 10 years of a popular game's existence. So that's one of those few little bits of information that I must have picked up somewhere. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't seem like he likes Saren a lot.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard.
Oh, that
maybe they'll listen to you.
Was a much shorter conversation than I was expecting.
You don't want to keep the Council waiting.
Well, okay. I don't really mind too much, but I guess he's right. Do we actually have a map for this place? Probably, yeah. Okay. No zooming out anymore. Wait. Oh, sometimes we have the mouse cursor. I don't know why. Not sure if it's even visible in the recording, but I moved it to the side anyway. Okay. Lots of nooks and crannies in this place, but I don't really expect to find any items. There might be Codex entries, though. Those are at least as good. I mean, you typically see interactive items or objects at quite a distance, so guess I don't have to be too thorough. Oh. Nice looking place for sure.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure.
I mean, the Volus have been part of the Citadel for what, 2,200 years or something? Or 2,000 years? I don't know. Or even more? I think they said somewhere. Okay, so I can just teleport here. That is very useful. Wards access, okay. That is very convenient.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants.
Admiral Kahoku.
Commander? Commander? Commander?
Okay. I wasn't sure there. I actually had targeted him. I guess I did.
No, I just want to ask a couple of questions.
Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything, but at this point I don't really expect to find anything of interest here.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
Good point.
I like that fountain. It's very soothing.
Yeah, I did not actually mean to talk to
cherry
Caden.
trees?
Huh. Yeah, actually they do remind me a lot of cherry trees. I wonder if they imported them here from Earth. Captain Anderson.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me.
Does that happen?
And this must be your protege,
occasionally?
Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
Right. I mean, technically, I suppose we do only have that one eyewitness for Nihilus's assassination. Everything else we saw in cutscenes, so we didn't actually see it. I suppose that does make the situation a little bit more complicated. Unfortunately. Huh. I mean, I didn't destroy it. I just went close to it, and it was destroyed somehow.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Yeah.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor.
Why does he need to be all the way up there? That seems impractical. Everyone has to I don't know, look way up to even see him. Couldn't he be on the same level as everyone else? I mean, I don't know what purpose this meeting really has at this point. We can't prove anything. He can't prove anything. Yeah, I'm not going to descend to insults here.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
What's the point? I mean, what is the point? There's also no point in being upset.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
That pretty much amounts to the same thing anyway.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth.
Of course not.
Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
Yeah.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Do we have any evidence for those very drastic I don't know, accusations? I guess the Admiral or the Captain doesn't know him. Huh?
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
Well, I don't doubt that. Yeah, the Council won't help us. Is this a choice between these two, or...? No.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
That would be helpful. Huh. I mean, I have no reason to not trust him yet. That's just dumb. Sure, I'll talk to him.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like this ambassador, I must say. I guess he is in a difficult position here, but still, you know, especially as an ambassador, he should be more polite.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Well, it just so happens that I have some other business there as well.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district.
Right.
Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
Didn't we already ask that?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Well, I definitely wouldn't without a second thought. It really depends. I mean, it might sound cruel, but sometimes sacrificing a few to save many, many more is just necessary. But definitely not without a second thought. I mean, that's something entirely else.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
Yeah.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions.
That's what I'm saying.
But only if there's no other way.
Exactly.
Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Okay.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
Yeah.
He's just frustrated.
He doesn't seem to get along with anyone.
Always preaching that we need to be part of the Galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
You're too independent? No, I don't think so. Why did we bother?
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like such a good guy.
The guy's a scumbag.
Yeah.
He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
Good. They abandoned him?
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. C-Sec is better off without him.
Yeah, sounds like it. Okay.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agents.
Especially how to become one.
They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
Yeah, how are they chosen?
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done. Like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
Right.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
I mean, I feel like we've asked very similar questions before.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
Well, nothing apparently.
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
Okay, Shadow Broker. Right. Who's the
Tell me
Shadow
more
Broker?
about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Well, I mean, so long as they're useful to us, and they're not picking sides. Right, and this Barlavan, I mean, we've already talked to that guy.
Tell me about Barlavan.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Right. I think that's all. Yeah, seems like it.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Okay. Right. New Codex as well? Council races?
The Asari,
the
the
Salarians,
second
right.
species to join the Citadel. The Salarians are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Salarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Salarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Salarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Salarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellions several centuries later. Salarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on. Roughly 12...
No, we've heard that.
50,000.
Oh, the Rachni,
Though
right.
now extinct, the Rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system. and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the hive queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered Council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy.
Right. Okay. Also, they look kind of delicious. Like a cooked shrimp. Something you probably shouldn't say about a sentient species, but it's true. Oh, we got more... The Krogan rebellions. Well, is there anything we haven't already heard? After the Rachni War, the quick-reading Krogan expanded at the expense of their neighbors. Warlords leveraged their veteran soldiers to seize living space, while the Council races were still grateful. Over centuries, the Krogan conquered world after world. There was always just one more needed. When the Council finally demanded withdrawal from the Asari colony of Lucia, Krogan Overlord Kredak stormed off the Citadel, daring the Council to take their worlds back. Their worlds? Yes. But the Council had taken precautions. The finest STG operators and Asari huntresses had been drafted into a covert observation force, the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. The Spectres opened the war with crippling strategic strikes. Krogan planets went dark as computer viruses flooded the extranet. Sabotaged antimatter refineries disappeared in blue-white annihilation. Headquarters stations shattered into orbit-clogging debris, rammed by pre-placed suicide freighters. Still, this only delayed the inevitable. The war would have been lost if not for the first contact with the Turians, who responded to Krogan threats with a prompt declaration of war. Being on the far side of Krogan space from the Council, the Turians advanced rapidly into the lightly defended Krogan rear areas. The Krogan responded by dropping space stations and asteroids on Turian colonies. 3 worlds were rendered completely uninhabitable. This was precisely the wrong approach to take with the Turians. Each is first and foremost a public servant, willing to risk his life to protect his comrades. Rather than increasing public war weariness, Krogan tactics stiffened Turian resolve. The arrival of Turian task forces saved many worlds from the Warlords' marauding fleets, but it took development of the genophage bioweapon to end the war. There were decades of unrest afterwards. Rogue warlords and holdout groups of insurgents refused to surrender or disappeared into the frontier systems to become pirates. Right. Go see Barlavan. Okay, I see. So all of those things have become individual missions. Makes it easier to keep track. Go to Korra's Den in the lower wards. Speak with Harkin, a CSEC agent who might know where Garrus can be found. I mean, we saw Garrus just a moment ago. Unfortunately, he's not around anymore. Right. I mean, I'm assuming he's not here anymore. Where? Even armory. Oh, this is where the council chamber is. Okay, I see. Still nothing to be found, huh?
This is it. The very heart of the Citadel. The pinnacle of galactic power. Kinda makes your head spin if you think about it too much.
Anything to add?
So, this is where the Council passes judgment on all us little folk, huh? Ever get the feeling we're in over our heads, Commander?
Eh, only sometimes. Okay. I suppose we take the quick travel option. Wait, this is not the right way. We use the transit system for the first time to go talk to Barlavan before heading to the wards. Okay.
That guy's up to something.
What the?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
No, I wasn't. Never mind.
Excuse me?
Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the Keepers.
No,
Don't
obviously
get
not.
coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Huh.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Yeah.
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I guess.
I'm going.
Wait, what? No. Damn it.
So long.
I like that fountain.
No.
Oh, it's you again.
Okay. I was gonna say.
You want?
I really hope I didn't squander my chances there. Well, if he's really just collecting information, I'm all for that, because I find it pretty, I don't know, pretty dangerous to know so little about these keepers when they are apparently so important.
I've decided to help you out. Just tell me what I need to do.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
Awesome. And in turn, I take all the risk upon myself.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them.
Yeah, right.
I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I mean, if he's telling the truth, this sounds like
yes,
a noble
I have
cause.
much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Can only hope that we're not actually helping him do something evil here. Okay, Presidium. Can we teleport to the wards? Oh, we can teleport directly there. It's not what I expected. Let's go to Financial District. Okay. Right. This should be Barlovans? Yeah. I guess we can talk to him before the end of this episode.
Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
I was told to talk to you. Let's be a bit friendlier.
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
Well, or let's be very direct.
You're very blunt, Shepard.
Yeah.
But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
Well, okay. Thanks for being so blunt as well. What's the cost?
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
What's the catch?
Yeah.
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now.
Oh?
They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
Oh, I see. Serves whom right? The Shadow Broker? I mean...
Saren's turned on a lot of people.
I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
Huh. Okay.
That's not much to go on.
I just told you that the most famous Spectre in the galaxy betrayed the Shadow Broker. Quite a bargain, considering the price.
Is it?
Speak with the Krogan if you want to learn more. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the Academy.
Okay. Yeah, why is he there?
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Well, actually, I was kind of thinking that the Krogans were either not allowed to be on the Citadel at all after the rebellion, or that they decided to not be here. So, one being here, well, I wouldn't have expected that. Well, yeah, I guess I'm not expecting to get much info about the Shadow Broker, but...
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
I mean, he can be his agent without knowing more about his employer. Also, I don't know if it necessarily has to be a group of people. It could be. It does sound plausible. But it could also be an advanced AI, maybe.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time, I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
Fair enough.
I should go.
Well.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay. Let's see what this new Codex entry is about the Krogan.
The Krogan evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by gunshot. When the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War. Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds. Even though these worlds were already inhabited, the Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century, only ending when the Turians unleashed the Genophage, a Solarian-developed bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance. The Genophage makes only 1 in 1,000 pregnancies viable, and today the Krogan are a slowly dying breed. Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially the Turians.
Understandably indeed. Although, honestly, I could understand if they were particularly pissed at the Solarians for making them basically infertile. Okay, journal. Right. Citadel Rex? What? Oh, Krogan named Rex. Krogan bounty hunter. Wait, no. Oh, no. Erdnot Rex. Okay. Right. Seasick Academy. So now we actually have a reason to go there. Wait, is there anything more? Speak to Harkin. Excuse me? Oh, assignments. Oh, scan the keepers. Of course. 21. Okay. Scan the keepers. Right. So I'm assuming I'll only need to get close to one of those guys and press A? Probably. Anyway, we're going to look into that and all the rest next time. For the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye bye.